Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode in our Planet Coaster series with myself and the wonderful Harry from Theme Park Wirral in our creation of recreating PortAventura. I can't speak already, which is great, but in today's episode we will be, Harry is supporting Shambhala, and then I will be constructing one of the shops on the Plaza. So yeah, as you can see currently, Harry is thickening the spine, I think you'd call it, on Shambhala. So it's like basically just going over it and making it a bit thicker, because the one in Planet Coaster isn't as realistic as the one that you have in real life. So he's basically going over that and making it right, basically. So, yeah. So I've not prepared anything for this, which is great because I'm already struggling what to say already. But obviously these happen weekly, and we'll basically just be showing you what we've done over the previous week. And yeah, that's about it really. But you can just watch this lovely time lapse of Harry putting things together. After this, he follows up by doing the supports, and I believe all the supports in Shambhala, they are now finished, but I'm not sure if it will show it in this footage. But as well as that, you'll see it in my footage when we swap over that. Harry's also done the mid-course brake run now, and it's very detailed, so that's great. And yeah, but I think now what we'll do is, if you've got any questions that you would like me to answer in these episodes, and like what we're going to be doing in this recreation series and stuff like that, then feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to try and answer as many as I can in the next episode. So yeah, because otherwise I don't have stuff to talk about and I have to try and freestyle all this, which isn't great because I can't do commentary, as we've learned in the past 2 episodes. But oh well. Yeah, you can just enjoy the music in the background though, if I can't provide any good entertainment for you, but I try my best. But basically what Harry's doing right now is, because obviously he had to thicken the spine, is basically putting some of like the attachment things, because obviously like tracks come in pieces when it's being constructed, so it's basically like the start / end of one piece, and then the start, it'd be like the end of one piece and the start of the other, basically. If that makes sense. I hope it does. I really don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, Harry's done a really nice job on this though, so credit to him. It does look really, really nice. And yeah, unfortunately you won't see what he did on the brake run. No, not the brake run, sorry, the mid-course brake run. But it's all very detailed, so I might show that off in the next episode or something before we begin. But, or not, I might just save it until when we release this. Talking about the release, if that's one of the questions that you want to ask, I'm going to say it right now. I have no clue when we're going to be finished with this, but it's going alright at the moment, but it's actually so much work that we've got to do. But like, it's going alright. Like I said, Harry's finished supporting Shambhala now, so Shambhala is basically done for him. There might be a few more edits to it, but basically Shambhala is now my goal to finish, because I've got to do like all the tunnel and stuff, the station obviously, and basically yeah. But what I'm doing at the moment is, as you'll see, is that I've been working on the plaza that's in front of Dragon Con, and that area basically where like the temple is and the shop, which I'll be building in today's episode. But yeah, as you can see though, currently Harry has gone back to supporting. This is the third camelback, or is that an airtime hill? I can't really tell. But that's the one that goes over the over Dragon Khan's lip hill, and it then like swoops under a bit and goes over a little pathway, and then it goes into another airtime hill, which then goes underneath the brake run, and then it comes back up into the mid-course brake run. So if you've never been on Shambhala, that's basically a bit of a description of how it's like, if that makes sense. But something that I've also done with this episode, which will hopefully make it come out a bit better, is that I've decided to record with the Xbox One, because there's an Xbox console companion for PC, which allows me to record, but I only managed to do about 40 minutes of this before it randomly stopped recording for whatever reason. But that's alright, I've got a decent amount of footage for you, so hopefully that will come out better this week, and if it does, I will try and record with it again next week. But I think this is basically going to be a lot of testing ground for it to see if it actually comes out alright. As well as that, I hope it does though, and hopefully I'm relatively in sync with what's happening on the screen, because sometimes it doesn't always line up. But we are almost at the end of Harry's footage already, we are now, and we're going to be transitioning into my footage, so hopefully it will all look alright, but who knows. But here comes the transition now. And there we have it, we're on to my footage now. So, as you can see, I am currently working on the inside of a shop, so I didn't record any of the roof placing because it took absolutely ages and I had to recolour the roof as well. So that was like solid good hour or so of trying to do that, and it was just like, yeah, I'm sure you probably won't like this, but I get most of this done on the footage, but it's not fully completed on the footage. But in the thumbnail you might have seen it is fully completed, because I did fully complete after. Anyway, so there's a little fence now, which Wirral has actually made, and this is basically what I've used it as. It's kind of like there's little squares on the top between the roofs. It's like a little bit of a detail, so I thought it's close enough so it will probably do, and it came out looking pretty nice, to be fair. But you'll notice at like the back of this shop that I basically like stopped it at one point rather than putting like all the roof all the way around, and that's because there's like a building behind it, because right by Shambhala there's mid-course brake run, there's like a service road, which I would assume is probably for maintenance, and I think it's also because there's a the HQ is around there or so, but I really can't remember. I'm trying to remember off what I've seen on Google Maps from doing like this recreation and stuff. But I basically did that, so that's done. And now I move on to basically taking a lovely screenshot, apparently, as I'm seen doing here. Then I start work on doing a little bit of the roof that's there, so you can't see up, and then off screen, because when this recording finishes I basically do the actual shop part, but I don't bother with the shop interior because it's best to keep the piece count down basically. So I basically just designed some shutters with the rail pieces that are in Panic Coaster, and then I basically just did that and that was it. but I'm using art shapes here to do some decorations, because these are actually like decorated in real life, but I was just there like, there's no point in doing that, because one, it's going to be so many pieces for it, and two, I'm definitely not that good at Planet Coaster, and I don't want to put that much time into doing the designs, because they're actually quite technical, so to say. So it's just a minor detail that I didn't really bother with. But here I'm basically just extending the plaza, so it actually resembles the one that's in real life. And basically where I'm building over to now is a sitting area, so if you like ordered food from that shop, which is to the right, you could then come and sit here. But it's basically where I've done that path, and the rest of it beside it is just basically just, well, trees and stuff. But yeah, but the plaza is very close to Shambhala at the moment, but it's also quite a thin access road and a thin building, so hopefully it will just about manage to fit in. At least I hope, because otherwise there will be problems. But this part was a bit technical to do, because it was a bit thinner, then it goes out a bit wider, so I ended up using different parts of this. But that is it for the footage this week. So I do hope you have enjoyed this episode of the Planet Coaster PortAventura series, and once again, thank you for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then feel free to leave a like, and like I said, if you've got any questions for me to answer next week, then feel free to leave them in the comments below. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.